Question to you,
Right.
because you push this model. You push it. You push this model that is nowhere in the Bible. Nowhere. It's nowhere. It's nowhere in the Old Testament in the Hebrew. It's nowhere in the New Testament in the Greek. It's nowhere in the King James version. It's nowhere. It's nowhere. It's nowhere. And you still believe in it. Now,
Yes.
what would happen if you came out with your 240,000 followers and you came on a live and you said, I don't believe, I can't even believe you had that thing behind you. That's okay. That you came out as a true earther. Let's say you don't want to be a flat earther. You came out as a true earther or a stationary topographical plane. What would happen if you actually came out and said, you know what? I looked at the Bible in the Greek and the Hebrew and the King James version, and nowhere do I see a ball, a sphere, a globe, or a planet. What would happen to you if you came out and said that?
I'm glad you asked that. Basically, you all in the True Earth, the Flat Earth community, would be like, great, we have Luke on our side. And the rest of the secular world, who I'm actually interested in reaching, would entirely disown me in anything I ever say.
What's wrong with the truth?
First off, we don't know if it's the truth. So
yes, we do.
Nice try, though. No, we don't.
We don't measure round. We don't measure a ball.
Okay.
We don't measure a planet. We don't measure a globe. You've never seen curvature at 8 inches per mile squared. You couldn't tell me what you preach your ball, but you couldn't tell me that gravity was 9.81 meters per squared. What is the refraction index that people use when they look out over the water and the land? What do they use, Luke?
What do you mean? When they look over to see if there's like when they can see a ship out in the distance, or when they look and see the sun and the moon in the sky? What do you mean?
If they want to use refraction to explain why, instead of having it, I'll ask that later. What is the refraction quotient used to measure refraction? Where do they 7/6R?
Okay,
That's
great.
where they start at. 7/6R. And you know what? Okay, next question, Luke. Is the horizon that you see, is it apparent or is it a physical horizon that you see on your globe?
From my understanding, and I would like to, we'll get into the science here in a second. I'll answer this question, and I'm going to go back to something you said.
Okay.
My understanding is that there is atmospheric refraction, and so we see where the light terminates with the amount of light available to us, X amount of refraction. And then if you have a telescope, which means you can see further and get more light in, you see more refraction, meaning you'd be able to see further.